Yo, yo, what's up? This is interesting because the people on the team that have the worst internet are managing the stream tonight. Welcome everybody. Thin Line Defense. Joe, as you can tell, is already frozen. Maybe he's not. I saw movement. Joe, if you're alive, blink twice. What's up, guys? I'm Jason with Inline Defense. With me, as always, is my best friend Joe, who is he's having internet difficulties, as you can tell, and J-Dub is very upset. Joe, Tactical Java, what's up? He says Infinity Max. Yeah, dude, I got purple, green, red. I actually have the Tracer Tactical Scout chest rig that holds 7 mags. So when you see me do a video with that, I have 7 different Lancer mags on. I'm not a huge Lancer mag fan. I like them for 300 blackout, but I do like that they have all the colors, and that I got them pretty cheap. Oh, and there goes Joe. So this is going to be an interesting one tonight because the videos this week are not mine. Walsh going to make it because of some birthday. Sean has a retirement party that he's going to, so I'm running it solo. And you know what? I'm doing a bang up job. Oh, Cody's here. Hey,
you're all by yourself?
Joe is here, but he's having internet difficulties.
Oh,
yeah. Krog says Joe's in. Harry nailed it. He says his face is pretty still, no twitching. That's just Joe, though. He's like a ninja. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting that the stuff that we were planning on talking about, no one's here to talk about that. I don't have a Warfighter Cummerbund on my K0. Not fancy enough for that. Harry says LGBT theme mags again. Anything you want to tell us, Jason? Yes, I don't refer to it that way. I refer to it as the confused alphabet.
Yeah.
So you can use that as well. For those, I don't know if you guys heard the story, but I was at church and there was this like 80-year-old man trying to make a comment, and he was like, the confused alphabet, and it was like, oh my gosh, I'm using that from now on. Yeah, Croak says Lev will be here next week. That'll be a better time for the Agilite stuff, anyways. Which is, I'm super bummed. I love Lev. Lev's awesome, but I'm going to be TDY next week, which I'm really excited about. So I was telling Joe before we started, Tim Kennedy, the Special Forces UFC fighter, he's got a company called Sheepdog Response, and my work actually is paying for me to go to their trauma response course. It's a 2-day course in California, which I'm not excited about, but the course is about an hour and a half from where my dad lives. So I haven't seen my dad in about a year. So I get a trip to go see my dad and hopefully get some trauma training. Joe's back.
I'm glad Cody's here because this probably won't last very long.
So anyways, it's Tactical Java saying, I'm not a big Lancer fan either, but I also use it for 300 blackout. Yeah, I do. I mean, I like the color variations. Joe, you bought a bunch of these purple mags, right? For your wife?
Yeah, I think I bought like 6 or 6. Yeah, for my wife. I bought 2 for my wife and like 5 or 6 for me. Dude, I'm a fan of purple.
I like purple.
Yeah.
But I'm an LSU fan.
All the colors of the rainbow with mags for Pride Month.
If I owned a 70 or 71 CUDA or Challenger, I would definitely get it in purple.
Ooh. Is that,
that
from Java?
Yeah, where's Tactical Java at?
There you go. He says, meow. Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. And I bought this reel off of Amazon. Huh? Oh. Tactical Jawa sent me the rod.
Nice.
To take on the Kodiak?
Yeah, whenever that happens.
Yeah.
Croak says Joe rocking that Wizard Nation patch. Someone here is owed a Wizard Nation patch from Walsh, aren't they?
Yeah. But they're never
Captain
going to
Robert
get it.
says,
So.
That's one fine looking rod. Easy there, buddy. Derek Murphy, 1971 Dodge Challenger RT 446 pack. Yeah, boy.
Yeah. What, you have that? If so,
I think
where
that's
do you
what
live,
I think he
and
wants
is
it.
it insured?
He says plum crazy, of course.
Yep. But plum crazy went Plymouth color. I don't know what Dodge color was.
Was it purple like
I don't
that?
know enough about it.
Joe?
Yeah.
Did
So
Dodge
Dodge
offer
and
purple?
Plymouth, huh?
Dodge
They did, but they called it different things. Dodge and Plymouth. I must be lagging like crazy.
No, I hear you.
Go for it. I'll be quiet.
Oh.
I keep cutting you off.
So yeah, Dodge and Plymouth, they offered the same color, but a lot of the color they called something different. Some of the color they had on the same name. So I know that Plum Crazy Purple were Plymouth's color, I think. But I don't know if that's what Dodge called it too. Sublime Green, Panther Pink, like there are all kinds of cool names and colors.
Derek Murphy says, no, I don't have one. Dodge is plum crazy. I have a 15 Challenger Scat Pack in Sublime Green. And he says, nice, J-Dub says, I'm loving the Diablo so far. Plymouth Duster Dodge Demon.
Yeah, I wanted the Scat Pack. I wanted the Scat Pack, the newer model, and Plum Crazy with the shaker hood. Like, that's what I wanted.
Prepper Book Club says, I am owed that patch, and I will collect come hell or high water. Yeah. You know what we should do? We should plan on – Walsh normally wears one at SHOT Show. I should just steal it from him when we're there next. And then you'll probably have a greater chance of me stealing it and mailing it to you before Walsh mails it to you. True. Croak says, Inviolate is the old Dodge purple. Inviolate.
Oh, is that?
Violet.
Yeah.
Walsh has one of those patches for me too. He's had it for probably as long as we've had the patches.
Yeah, a long time. I don't know if you saw this, Cody. Tactical Java says that's one
that's
fine.
Because you refuse to go over there and pick it up.
And Ironsight says that's what she said. Yeah,
that's what she said.
So Walsh does talk about how as the crow flies, you're only 1 mile from him.
True, but it's never convenient for me to go over there. Like if I'm not going to work, I normally have my kids or something, or we're going somewhere.
I was how's the new job going, by the way?
I love it.
Oh, yeah, I like it. My boss sat me down and she was like, "Hey, what do you think? How do you like my supervisor? Like how I supervise, and are there any issues you have?" We sat down today, and I was like, "I love it." I mean, the biggest thing for me was going from an office where I was covering the entire state by myself, to being in an office with 5 other people. That's definitely a change, and so I have this inclination to just like leave the office and go do things by myself. And she was like, "No, I'm cool with that. Like, I know you do. Like DOJ says good things about you. You bring in stats. Go forth and conquer." Yeah. Harry says, "Cody,
I saw that.
OnlyFans."
Hey, I would be making probably triple the amount of money if I had an OnlyFans.
Oh, here you go. Harry says, "Joe, how is that mid-engine 2023 Z06? I don't know. You got the Camaro ZL. What is it? ZL1E or something? ZL1.
Yeah, but if you're asking about the Z06, it's destroying stuff, but it's popping motors. Yeah, they're having some problems. But I think the ultimate street Chevy is going to be the E-Ray. I don't know if you can hear any of that.
What is? Yeah, we hear you. What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, what is that?
The E-Ray is it's a hybrid Corvette, so it's the regular Corvette Stingray engine and mid-engine powering the rear wheels, and I think 150. Somebody will correct me. 150 horsepower electric motor on the front wheels, so it's an all-wheel drive Corvette.
Dang. Welcome to Talking Cars
Corvette.
with Inline Defense.
Sorry, don't get me on the subject.
Well, the thing is,
Don't get me on the subject.
When I created the
Hey,
live
somebody
chat,
asked a question. Damn it!
No, I know. So when I created the live chat, I put down the Grim Hunter Tactical Gear pouches and the Agilite Cummerbund because those were our 2 videos this week. And then after I created it and I sent the link out, the person that made those videos, Walsh, was like, "I can't make it. I'm taking a bath," or something like that. And
Something like that.
So we're talking cars now.
Yeah, but the Zeo one doing good. I'll sum it up in a couple sentences. Car's doing great. Haven't been able to drive it in 2 weeks because of the stupid weather, and I'm really glad that I got the 23. I'm feeling left out with the 24 collector's edition, and I found out what all the collector edition has and the cost of it, and I'm so glad. I would never buy one.
So Harry clarified that he knows you have the Camaro, but he was just asking about the Z06. So he says, "No, I know. I'm just asking." And then he said it was interesting about the E-Ray. Holy shit. Croak says, "You can call me Jay. You can call me E-Ray, but you doesn't has to call my Johnson."
I wasn't really sure what that meant.
I don't get it.
Still lost.
Oh, here you go. Jacob.
Is that from those? Is that from those big Johnson shirts from back in the? When was that? Early 2000s. Remember when those were popular?
Yeah.
Is that just me?
Big Johnson shirts, like late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
Jacob says he loves your beard.
Mine?
Michael Farley says, "I miss my 96 S10 ZR2. I saw a car the other day that Joe tried talking me into buying one if I could find one. So when I was looking for a car that could fit most of my family at the time, he was like, "Get a 4-door Civic Si." And then he's like, "If you can't find one of those, buy the Dodge Neon SRT 4?"
Yeah, back in the day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I saw one the other day, and I was like, "Oh, there it goes." It was blue.
I think they're still a hugely underrated car. They were cool for
But
what
it's
they
a Dodge
were.
Neon.
I know, but back in the day, dude, they were doing cool things. They're doing cool things while all the other American manufacturers were still not doing cool things.
Are they
That's
doing
like
cool
now
things?
everybody loves the Fiesta and the Focus.
Yeah.
But that's from, what are they? Not rally cars, but what's that stadium stuff they do with them now?
Yeah, that's rally.
No, it's a beer commercial from 1978. The "You Can Call Me Ray." Croak just
that one.
the YouTube video. I don't want to risk playing it.
1978,
Yeah, I don't want to risk playing it because it'll probably shut our stream down. Just
probably.
the draw on my internet. Harry said, "Jason, find the minivan with the biggest engine and put a supercharger in it." Joe actually sent me a link. Dodge made a caravan with like a Hellcat engine or something crazy.
No, they didn't really make that.
They didn't really make it. That was just a
No.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Spoof.
I was gonna say
There's that Honda that have been featured on a couple of Top Gears and some other stuff that some tuning company, they put a K20 Z3, I think it was, out of the HM6.
Minivan?
Yeah, and then they turboed it. It was 1,000 horsepower.
Oh my god! Remember that Dodge Charger you made with 1,000 horsepower and that, what was that? Forza 2?
Yeah.
it didn't burn up your Xbox.
I couldn't even drive it.
Yeah, we couldn't drive it. It's like,
I walked
I
away.
spent
I
all
was like,
Jason's
"Here you go." I handed him
money.
my controller. I left my dorm room to go do something, and I came back, and he's over there giggling. I'm like, "What? What'd you do?" I tried driving this thing, and it's like, no, I can't. Mike Costanza says, early 2000 Camaro had G motor like the Corvette, and Corvette owners were bitching, so the Z06 was born.
Yep.
Tactical Java
The
says,
Z01's been around for a while.
has it? Wasn't there a time that they like Camaro, Chevy stopped making Camaro?
Yes.
Like in the 90s or something?
So 2002 at the end of the 4th gen. And then when the first Transformer came out, that's when they brought out the 5th gen.
Okay.
Bumblebee.
But they're going away.
Yeah.
They're doing away with Camaros after 2024.
Yep, they're done.
They'll bring it back.
They're only making 350 collector edition Z01s.
How much are
And
those?
it's like a $14,000 package. It's $14,000 on top of the MSRP. And you get the 1LE spoiler and front lip, you get a special color, you get some floor mats, you get a watch, and you get some badges. And that's what you get for $14,000.
A watch.
Watch.
Yeah, you get a watch. And it's numbered 1 out of 350, and the watch is numbered to match to the number of the car.
Zach Fett says Wizard Dance Magic. Wizard
Thank
Deadly.
you, Zach.
Where am I? Mike Farley says that was a concept an artist came up with, but with the response it got, they were considering actually making it. The minivan? Harry says you just need a decent
Dodge
V6.
and done. Dodge and done dumber thing. They made a motorcycle with the Viper V10 in it.
Oh, I remember that.
I saw an
Tomahawk.
SMT10 the other day.
Did you? A Ram?
Yeah, two-door.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. 2-door short box, 6-speed.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't pay attention to how long the bed was. Did they make it with longer beds? Okay.
No, but the 4-door with a longer truck.
Yeah. Zach says I'd buy a Hellcat minivan. Croak. Chevy used to always detune the Camaro so they wouldn't steal Corvette sales. I didn't know that.
And then the Z01 1LE beat the Z06 around the Nürburgring.
I love that you know these stats. These facts. I genuinely love it.
Yeah.
Croak says this is the last year for the Challenger and the Charger too. And Zach says, "Thanks, California."
Yeah.
Stupid.
So they make an all-electric one.
They're killing them all off.
Did you see there was a thing because California's been losing so many, legal battles on the Second Amendment side that Gavin Newsom is now proposing the 28th Amendment to basically get rid of the Second Amendment.
Well, yeah.
What a d-bag.
I'm not to stand up for him at all.
We'll
But
not get rid of the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
But he wants to do.
Right. I'm not standing up for him, but he's trying to implement 4 things: all gun age at 21, what's it called? The background checks. What is it called?
Universal
background check.
Yep, universal background checks. There was something else. I forget which one that was. And then nobody can buy an assault rifle.
Yeah. These guys have no idea what it takes to buy a gun. Because if they did, you would realize
it's not even that, dude. It's the same people that you put, a 30-06 Woodstock gun on the table, and then you put an AR, and you're like, what gun should we ban? And they're gonna they're gonna point to the AR, right? And then you put the projectile, the rounds for each of them. They're like, which one of these should we ban? And they're gonna point at the 30-06. And it's like, well, that gun. Remember what's his name did that whole experiment?
Steven Crowder did that.
Yeah. And it's the same type of crap. They don't know anything. They know nothing.
This is fully semi-automatic, and the guy was like, "That's not a thing."
Yeah.
076 Liberty says, "I'm thinking about getting another Challenger. You should. You should name it Greta."
What year?
I don't know. Croak Michael, I'm the inventory manager at a Stellantis dealership. That minivan is just internet bunk.
Yep.
Ooh.
Well, that's sad.
But dude, Dodge have done dumber stuff. I mean, they put the 392 in the Jeep Wrangler. They did the Tomahawk. They put the Viper V10 in the pickup truck.
And all that stuff was awesome.
Yeah. But half of everything that I just described was just to flip the middle finger to Ford. So.
Well, because Ford had the Ford Lightning, right? Is that
Yeah.
their truck that they called?
And they always
not the
claim they do the
the-
fastest pickup truck ever made. So then Dodge like, hold my beer and watch this, and they shoved the Viper V10 into a truck, and they only offered it for like 3 or 4 years, and then they canned it.
gas on that thing was just. I wonder what the gas mileage was.
I don't
So-
know.
Miles per gallon.
Zach's asking if a state governor can propose a new constitutional amendment. So what he's proposing is that they do a convention of states. So they're already trying to do a convention of states, but that's to impose term limits on Congress, because Congress did that to the president, right? But they obviously won't give themselves term limits. So there are states that are trying to get together. I think, what do you have to have, 23?
No,
No, I think
for
you need to have
a
30, right?
Constitution. I thought it
Yeah.
was 3/4, or no, 2/3, 2/3, 2/3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you need
So-
3/4 of the Senate or something to ratify.
Yeah, then you
Yeah,
need like
must be
3/4. It's either 2/3 or 3/4 of vote.
Yeah. But that's what Newsom thinks he's going to do, but that'll never fly. Like, they couldn't even get everybody together to do the term limits.
Yeah.
So,
Mike Farley says mandatory waiting period is the other one. Croak
Yes.
says
Oh, thank you.
governor can say anything, needs the state houses to vote on it, then gets 2/3 of the rest of the states to do the same.
Yep.
Stellantis equals FCA equals Chrysler. Okay. There you go, Joe. 076 Liberty says, I had a 2015 RT, but if I get another one, it'll be the newer Scat Pack.
Oh, you better get it this year unless you want it used.
Yeah. Mike Costanza says you need 38 states.
that's right. Knew it was something.
It's
Croak
38 2/3.
says 10 miles per gallon on the V10 if you don't drive it like it's supposed to be driven, which is about the same the new TRX 700 horsepower truck gets. Is that the Rebel, or is the TRX different than the Rebel?
The Rebel are a different trim package. You can get the Rebel package in any of the half tons.
Okay.
The TRX is the Hellcat engine.
Are they
It's
still
the
doing that?
Raptor,
Are they still doing that Eco Diesel in the 1500?
as far as I know, they are.
Yeah.
But they ruined it. Dodge ruined that.
That's the
Why is
same
that?
engine I got in my Jeep. What's ruined
Yeah.
about that?
Well, it works good in a Jeep and not good for a truck. And
I believe
Nissan,
that,
Nissan had a little baby Cummins in their Titan, and they split ways. They parted ways with Cummins, and Dodge should have picked up that engine.
yeah.
23 DMR says, evening men, what's going on? Buddy, we're talking cars tonight.
Yeah, sorry. Throw down other comments, and we'll get off the subject.
23
You
DMR
guys guide the conversation.
Raptor R is better.
Joe, you're gonna have to call
Can you put
Timmy
him
and
in
talk to him.
timeout?
You're gonna have to call Timmy. He wants to get one of those Ford trimmers.
Timmy had a Ford lover.
Well, you can't
talk
blame
about
him. He had that red F-150 for 37 years.
Croak said that Nissan Cummins was/is trash though.
It is,
Really?
but they could have kept working on it. I agree with that.
Was it a
Yeah,
V8?
No, it was an inline six, I think.
Ruger's back here
Pepper-
trying to talk.
Prepper
He wants
says, I'll just stick to upgrading the 4Runner. No pride trucks for me.
Yeah. Very
Zach,
true.
all these car companies killing off their muscle cars. Meanwhile, Suzuki still makes the Hayabusa.
Dude,
That's a motorcycle.
Suzuki needs to come
Really?
back with the sidekick.
Yeah. And Suzuki sucks in the motorcycle game. Dude, I'm sorry, but I watch motorcycle racing. Like, Suzuki can't hold their weight against the other ones.
Who's the top motorcycle?
That's the
manufacturer?
Gixxer. That's the Gixxer, Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the top motorcycle company?
So in MotoGP, Honda and
guess.
Yamaha are always battling it out.
Oh, man.
Ducati
Stupid
normally up there. BMW makes a good bike. I mean,
Pepper Book
Suzuki
says,
makes a
Hilux
good
is
bike.
for
Don't
all.
get me wrong, but they're overrated.
Michael Farley says, I'm probably weird because one car I've wanted since my freshman year of high school is a Mazda Protege 5.
You're right. That is weird.
Dude, the Mazda Speed Protege 5 were cool, but you just showed me that I'm way older than you.
You know what I wanted when I was a kid?
What?
Sorry, I wanted a '96 Chevy Impala.
Did you?
Yep.
I saw a Monte Carlo SS coming home from work the other day.
Did you? Did you
One of
guys see
the-
the Chevy SS when they brought it back for a couple of years?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it had a V8 in it. It's a
The
four-door
car?
sedan with a V8. Yeah.
Yeah.
They just called it the SS.
Your favorite libertarian says, "Hey, I made it. Does this Ford Raptor make me look gay?"
I'm not gonna lie, the stances on them look pretty cool, but I wouldn't take it off road.
The dude says Le Mans is this weekend.
Yeah, it is. And dude, I just heard something weird about NASCAR taking like an electric powered Camaro and it's destroying everything on the Le Mans track.
Really?
Which is weird. I hate NASCAR because they can't turn. But I got to look more into it. I just saw that before I came down here.
Yeah. Hey, but guys, he does not have time to get on Discord. So stop bugging him about
Dude,
it.
I'm impressed that the dude knowing that Le Mans isn't this weekend. Good for you, the dude. You're my kind of dude. I'd sit around and drink a beer with you. Did you watch the Laguna Sega?
What's that?
I'm asking the dude if he watched the IMSA race at Laguna Sega a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I heard Sega, and I was like, wait, we going back to the 80s?
Laguna Sega is the only cool thing about California.
That's true. That's close to where I grew up.
Yeah.
223 DMR. Ford is going to keep building the Coyote for the foreseeable future. Coyote? What's that?
Coyote
Isn't that
motor.
the truck with the Mustang engine in it?
No, the motor in the Coyote motor.
Okay.
Oh,
Like, you know how Chevy or LS and LTs?
Yeah.
The Coyote motor. It's a V8.
Okay. Ironsight. I worked at a Suzuki dealership. Only sold one Suzuki the whole 2 years I was there.
do they still have dealerships?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do. There's an
They
Indian
they
dealership
combined them.
within a stone's throw from my house. 076 Liberty. I used to be an instructor for sport bike track time. I had a GSXR 1000 and sold it to buy a CBR 600.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. 223 DMR says Toyota is coming out with a heavy duty diesel. Interesting.
I like the Toyota.
I'm gonna charge like
Tundras.
$80,000 for it.
Yep.
That's going to be chump change, dude. They charge $80,000 for their stupid Tacoma gasoline truck.
Yep.
No, it's not that much, but it's like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
Yep.
Made in Texas. Tejas.
Michael Farley, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of other cars I'd love to own, but I'll never be able to afford them. I definitely want to get a Protege 5 and do a Mazda speed swap on it. I love that I'm reading off comments that I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah,
I know
what-
every single thing that you just said.
Isn't that? Don't they have rotary engines? What's the?
Mazda did the Winkle engine,
Yeah.
but only the RX-7 and RX-8.
I remember Joe telling me that about the RX-7. There's things.
Didn't it
that
have have 3 doors? Like who? Why do you? Why?
That's the RX-8.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
buddy-
suicide door for the third door, though.
Right. A buddy of mine had a Cadillac hearse, ripped all emission out, shaved the heads, and added nitrous. Called it stiff competition.
Nice. I like
That's
the
funny.
thing.
The dude says, "I watch F1 religiously. That's about it."
Yeah, I'm not an F1 fan.
Croak says the 5.0 V8 is the Coyote, and Ram is going to keep making the 5.7 V8 for years too. Just won't be putting them in cars.
Right. So what they're having to do, and the EPA had come down this one a long time ago and said, you're across your entire fleet, all averaged out, you have to be at this mile per gallon. And every year that number gets higher. So as we go more and more into time, they have to get their mile per gallon up. So the first thing that's going to get cut are all the cool cars. That's why we're in a rush to get the wife's car.
Yeah. What are you getting? You getting the Cadillac?
Yeah, CT4V Blackwing. because I can't afford the CT5. Don't hate me. Don't hate me in the comments right now. If anybody wants to send me $40,000, I'll buy the CT5.
It's 40,000 more.
Oh, dude, most dealerships are doing a $50,000 market adjustment on that car, and it starts at 80. But any of the dealerships that order them, they order them completely decked out, and they have like 3 carbon fiber packages that you can get on it for $7,000 a piece. So they're putting $21,000 worth of carbon fiber on it. They're coming to the dealerships at 110, 120, and then they're putting a $50,000 market adjustment on it.
For a Cadillac, huh? Ironsight says, I had a 2005 Turbo RX-8. Then I broke it. Big sad.
Mm-hmm.
2 to
Did
3
it have
game
90,000 miles on it?
Probably. I want to put a Coyote motor in my 88 Lincoln town car.
Hey, I want one of them old school Lincoln Continentals.
With the suicide doors?
Yes. Those things are sweet.
I've seen accidents with old like steel cars that look like, after an accident, like the new car was torn in half, right? And the people are standing off the side and they're crying. And then the like 70s steel car has a barely a dent, and the person's getting life lighted out.
Some paint transfer.
Yeah. Oh, we lost Joe.
Uh-oh. Joseph. Oh.
I hear Techno Joe.
My first car was a 1980 Cutlass Oldsmobile.
My first car was like an 88 Honda Accord.
Nice.
And then when I joined our agency in the Air Force, we had one car, and we were so broke. So I bought this an 88 S10 with a 5-speed, and first gear I paid like $500 for it. First gear was broken, so I had to start it in second. So shifted in second, just like rev the RPMs and then popped it into gear.
That's awesome.
Robert First, here I am with my old Dodge Ram 2001 4x4. Hey, dude, that's awesome that you still have that. I was telling this story to a friend of mine recently. So my grandfather's super frugal. He had this 80, like I think it was a 1980 Dodge Ram, that like puke yellow color that they had Dodge. It was a single cab, and he bought it brand new in 1980. Still had it up till like 3 or 4 years ago. And in the middle of the night, someone hit it. It was a hit and run. So he woke up the next morning, his truck was totaled. And so he thought to himself, you know what? I haven't bought a new car in like 40 years. So he went down to the Ram dealership and paid cash for a brand new Ram. Well, brand new in like 2018. And when I saw him, he just turned 89. So it was probably like 85 when I saw him. My uncle's driving, and he's sitting in the back seat. My grandfather's Mexican. He's in the back seat, and he has like a little blanket over his lap. Like it was like them pulling the Don up to this Mexican restaurant we were going to eat at. Like they came out, they opened the door for him, helped him get out of the truck. It was awesome.
You're like, hello, Miss Daisy.
He's still alive though, man. He's the only grandparent I still have, and he just retired like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, he came out of the Navy in like 55 and 54, something like that. And he started cutting hair, and he's been a barber ever since.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it, Joe.
Let's see here. Where were we? Zach says the Hayabusa goes in a straight line very fast, but turns like a pig. 076. My first car was an 89 Honda Prelude. Hey, we're practically brothers. It sucks that Joe's not here because I don't really care about cars like he does. As long as my car drives, like that's good enough for me. The one thing that sucks about Colorado, where Joe's at, is the amount that you have to pay for registration, because you have to pay based on the value of the vehicle, and then it goes down every year. But Joe is saying that as a disabled vet, he gets like one free license plate or one free registration.
Oh, really?
He doesn't have to pay registration for his his Camaro.
So Nebraska
It's
does
always
that, but
like
it's
$2,000
on my
a year.
property tax.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Joe, you're back. Nope. Never mind. Oh. Put the gun away, Joe.
It was just the handle.
Croak says a 74 Fiat X19. Am I saying that right? X1-9 that barely ran for 10 minutes at a shot. Hey, here you go. Your favorite libertarian. Cody, I had a 1980 Ford Fairmont Coupe.
Nice.
Yeah, we're for those of you that are just joining us, I know the title says Grim Hunter Tactical Gear pouches and Agilite Cummerbund. We are not talking about those at all. I apologize. We're talking cars. So if you want to leave, now is the time. If you want to talk about a car, put it in the comments, and we will talk about it. Unless you guys bring up some other question of stuff you want to talk about, we're going to keep going down this lane.
So I've always been mad about like all the cars, all the foreign cars. Well, they're not foreign overseas, but all the main like Ford, Chevy, all of them make diesel engines for their cars overseas, but they don't sell them here.
Right. Super frustrating. It's like that's all we had when we were deployed.
Yeah.
Like Highlanders or Hiluxes or all the Toyotas. That was it. That's
they should sell the Hilux here.
Dude, I bet you it'd make a killing.
That thing's a machine. But my Grand Cherokee's a diesel, and I love it. I love watching.
I think you had a Wrangler.
I have a Wrangler. That's my toy.
Okay.
And that's a 5-speed. And then I have my Grand Cherokee's a diesel, and I love watching people at the pumps. They're like, "Why is he putting diesel in that?" I love it.
Yeah. Joe looks so disappointed. I love how it's just like
even his Casey Jones mask is like,
yeah, we can hear you.
Dude, the time that we're spending
poop.
Let's see here. Where were we? We're talking first cars. Prepper Book Club. First car was a Ford Fairmont POS. The mountain bike I had at the time was worth more than the car. Excuse me. Robert First. I would love to get a little red wagon or Midnight Express. What's that? Like the little red wagon you pull?
The radio wagon?
Radio Flyer?
Yes.
I had an Isuzu Rodeo, but sold it when I went to college. Now my car is from the same line as Wonder Woman's Invisible Jet. Zach Fett,
Those Isuzu Rodeos weren't bad.
Yeah, they were cool, man.
Yeah.
The other one, remember the Pontiac Aztec?
Yeah,
it had like a tent built into it.
Those are ugly.
They are so ugly, but they sold for a while. I tell you, a car that I wish they didn't stop making was the Toyota FJ Cruiser. I wish I would have
brought those back.
I don't think so. I haven't.
My uncle has one.
At like 2014 or something like that.
Yeah.
Croak says he had a 80 Ford Fairmont Futura Coupe manual trans. Bought it from a retired Air Force major and kept the blue sticker. Got the salute driving onto base for a year.
Nice. Joe's trying.
I'm trying.
We can hear you.
Oh, we can hear you. Yeah.
Well, I turned off my camera. I moved somewhere else in my house.
Okay.
Is this the toilet?
It made me really mad when somebody said that they want a little red wagon, and Jason said, "What is that?"
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What's a little red wagon, Joe? Radio Flyer? Is it a Radio Flyer?
Yeah, that's what it is. No, it was an awesome little Dodge truck, dude. That they made. It was like the first sport truck.
Oh, what about the Midnight Express?
Same thing, I think. I don't know about the Midnight Express.
My dad used to have one of those. It was a Datsun. It was gray.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was a beast.
My dad had a Datsun, I forgot what the number was, like a 280 or 250Z or something like that. And that's what I learned to drive stick on.
I learned on a Subaru. I don't know what it.
Who's talking about VTEC?
076 Liberty says, I got a 93 Prelude VTEC my senior year of high school. I missed that car.
Yeah, I'd miss that car too. I saw an early 90 Prelude at the gas station the other day. It had hail damage, but it still looked good.
Michael Farley, his security job says, ugh, effing kid setting off fireworks. I have to deal with it. Be right back.
Had to
Okay.
put down his
You should yell
burrito
at him,
bowl.
like, hey, don't you realize what time it is? Still on
Trying to watch his live chat and eat
And
my
we're talking
burrito
about
bowl.
Cars.
Davy J.
And whoever said about a 2001 Dodge Ram, don't feel bad, man. My 04 still sitting in the driveway.
You still drive
and that thing is mint.
Yeah,
it
dude.
is.
No, I
It
mean
has
all
like
the clear
20,000
coat's
miles on it.
flaking. I wish, dude. But it does
How
only
many
have
miles do you have?
105.
You got to have less than 100.
105.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Yeah, but your truck sits out there right next to the sun.
Yeah. Oh, it's been in the sun its whole life.
I know. That's what it's in it. Plus, it's in Colorado, so it's like it's right there.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, man. Davy J. 01 Tacoma rear wheel manual with a fractured frame.
Ooh.
Ballsy. Robert First. Oh, I love my truck, and so does my son.
Yeah.
I made
That's
fun
nice
of
of
Joe's truck one time, and then it bit my thumb.
No, you kept slamming the damn door.
Oh.
Joe was like, I go, I'm sorry. And he goes, hey, don't apologize to me. He's going to get you one of these days. And I was like, what do you
Yeah.
mean Joe talks about his truck all the time, Ramatorx.
Ramatorx.
And then one day I was getting out of the truck and I went to go shut the door and bam, slammed my thumb right on the door. And he's like, see, I told you.
Yep. It happened to my daughter too. She went talking trash about the truck, like trying to give me heck. And then she went to step out and slipped and fell out of the truck.
That's the worst because then you can't say nothing after that. You're like, well,
yeah. Zach Fett says all this car talking, Joe's internet is broken.
right?
I know.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
No, it's not. You shut your mouth.
Croak says Euro diesels won't run well on dirty U.S. diesel.
That's true. Joe, there was a video I saw where this, I mean, he's an adult child, but he's saying, I'm gonna get my dad worked up when he comes in here. I'm gonna tell him I forgot something and I'm gonna slam the door. So his dad gets in the car and he's like, oh, I forgot my wallet. So he gets out and slams the door. And the dad's like, hey, don't slam my door. And he opens the door and he's like, huh? He's like, don't slam my door. Wham! He's like, hey, don't slam my door. Huh? What'd you say? He kept on slamming it. And then finally the dad's like, you slam my door one more time, I'm going to come out there and get you. And he goes, wham! And all you do is you see him running around the car, chasing each other. I thought of you when I saw that video.
Yep.
Mike
I was
Cassandra
just backed out of the driveway and drove off.
Yeah.
Mike Cassandra says my first car was a 1970 Roadrunner 4-speed factory
you
pistol grip
shut
shifter.
up.
Oh, nice.
You shut up. And, man, I hate you, Michael.
No, he was your best friend a minute ago.
I know. But not that was his first car, dude. Jesus.
The dude says Joe's streaming on his potato again. Harry says he's listening. He's putting together a workbench. Did you get it from Harbor Freight? I'm curious.
No.
223 DMR. My friend has a Ford Fairmont. It had a 514 cubic inch. It was fast. When it launched, the trunk would pop open.
Yeah, and then it can't stop.
Yeah. I had a friend that, high school, like his first car was some piece of crap Volvo that barely ran. We were at a stoplight and it turns green. And the moment it turns green, he's like second or third car. I reach over and I beep his horn and his whole car shut down. Like engine just.
That's too much.
He's like, what'd you do? Like, I don't know. Stupid
He
car.
spiked the electrical system.
Hey, so since we're on the car subject, let's get this conversation started. I want to know everybody's car that you've owned that you wish you could have back. Not dream car, but one that you've owned that you wish you could get back. Mine's my 88 IROC. I wish I had that car back. I don't care if you have to have a mullet to drive a third gen Camaro. I would grow a mullet, dude. I want my 88 back.
You should grow a mullet, Joe.
I
You
should.
should. You
That'd be
should.
hilarious.
Caleb said, just think if Joe joined Discord, we would have a car channel.
We would.
Dude, these pictures of these vehicles are
Yeah.
awesome.
Now I kind of want to start. Now I kind of want to get on Discord.
Oh, Little Red Express truck. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, dude. It
Dude,
had
that
the
is
stacks
really
and
cool.
everything.
Yeah. So my grandmother, I don't know if this is fair. Like, I never owned it, but I was hoping to get it when my grandmother passed away. My cousin ended up getting it. Is a 1955 Chevy Cherokee with an inline six, that 250,
Oh,
like a 3-speed or a 4-speed. Had the redwood bed in the
Yeah.
back. I love that truck, man.
that'd be a cool truck.
We were taking a load to the dump one day, and wooden bed. Something I don't know what happened, but these people are like screaming at us. My grandmother's driving. I'm probably like 7 or 8 years old, and they're like pointing to the back of the truck. And we look in the rearview mirror, and there's this like stream of fire shooting off like between two of the planks. So she pulls over, and I had to like grab handfuls of sand to throw at the fire, and then we drove to the dump and dumped everything, and then drove home. Didn't have any other issues.
So wait a minute. You single-handedly saved that truck and you didn't get it?
I know, right? I don't.
Apparently, I was 7. We called it Rambo. I found this really cool truck though. My grandfather, with the truck, and the original paint job, it was a royal blue, and he had a construction company. It had his name, John Sellen Construction, stenciled on the side of the truck. It was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think if I were to ever get that truck, I would do that paint job, the royal blue with my grandfather's business decal on the side.
Yeah. What are some of
Dude,
the
these are
comments?
some-
Anybody said what car they would have back?
Dodge truck with the 360 engine.
Wait, that's a mid-90s?
Uh,
Did they say the year? 97. I'm going to guess
70s.
97.
70s and 80s.
I would
let's
take my
see.
Cutlass back.
Caleb says, I would take my 94 Isuzu Rodeo.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, Caleb. Oh my god.
You can't knock that thing. It's got room and pretty good
Mike
clearance.
Costanza says, my 70 Roadrunner.
Yeah, of course Mike says that. Dude,
David
I'd
J
give one
said,
of my testicles for that car right now.
Joe would give one of his testicles to drive it for an hour.
you don't need it.
So Croak says his 95 M3 manual with the full Dynan kit. Does that make sense to you, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
He says blower, suspension, wheels, etc.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not big on BMW. I definitely know what a 95 M3 manual is,
Yeah,
but whatever kit was, I don't know.
dude, I love that freaking Little Red Express truck. Is cool.
It is.
All right,
huh?
Croak says my wish I had back. I have pictures of in the Discord, or a '69 Chevelle SS 396 2-speed that I got in 11th grade and didn't ever check the oil. It blew up.
Oh,
That's my dream car, man.
I
69.
was about to say.
Chevelle.
Yeah. Let's say.
I haven't sold the one in my garage yet, Joe.
You haven't?
No, because anytime I'm like if I do this, how hard is it going to be for me to get this back?
Yeah. You won't get it back.
So it's just sitting there, not running. Someday,
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to keep it though.
You won't get it back. I think
I know.
we're gonna sell Dolores's Harley.
Oh, the 1200. No, 896,
883.
883. I was close.
Yeah.
That was only 13 off. Croak says green, white stripes, Raleigh
Rally wheels.
with an E at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Rally
I
wheels.
think so.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I'm looking at my
Moore
phone.
says BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Audis, Jaguars are all money pits.
true.
It's true.
Caleb said, "Hey, he only had one car, not much to pick from."
Oh,
Yeah,
true.
I think you missed it while you were out. He said that he had an Isuzu Rodeo, which is better than the car that he has now, which is like the like Wonder Woman's invisible jet. Meaning he doesn't have a car right now.
Mhm.
Zach Fett says, I also wish I could get my 07 Nightster back. Prepper Book Club. Most of my cars have been crap. I wish I had the old Baja Bug my dad had. That was an off-road beast.
Oh, I bet.
Steven Battenfield. What's up, dude? I haven't seen you comment, so welcome. He says, I wish I had my 73 Chevy Nova. There's one that's parked in a near where my kids go to school. It's an orange Chevy Nova, early 70s, that's just been sitting there collecting dust.
Dang.
And just so you know, Steven, this is not a car channel.
Yeah, we're just going off the rails. But anybody in the comments can change the subject at any time.
That's true. You guys are driving this bus.
Right.
So
Dude,
Caleb
since
sent
we're
a
going
picture
to
of
look at
his-
parents' car too, then my dad, before I was born, he had a 68 and a 69 Camaro at the same time.
So Joe, can you see that on your phone? Caleb put that on Discord. He says,
Oh, nice.
This is my current car.
Hey, those are some nice tires, Caleb.
Hey, Joe, my dad had the Pontiac Firebird T-top.
Did he?
The black
maroon,
with the gold.
he said it was maroon with gold, with the gold Firebird.
So the second gen, like the Smokey and the Bandit car?
Yeah.
There you go.
That would have
Joe,
been a
this
cool
is,
car.
076 Liberty on his CBR.
Let me see.
Oh,
Dang, dude. Dang, bro.
dragging them knees.
Yeah. And that's fully spec'd out, raced out. There's no
He's got
glass in
another
it.
one. Let me see if I can.
Everything has to be safety wired.
Check this out. This is cool too. There he is.
Wow.
Nice.
Dang. Yeah, so FYI, this is not Shogun's here. What's up, Shogun? Shogun, we're talking cars tonight because Walsh is not here and we can do whatever we want. We're adults. Oh, this is cool. So Croak put some pictures of a Camaro. Check this out, Joe. He said this is a project car him, his dad, and his brother have been working on forever. Come on, show.
See it.
There it is.
Oh, nice. That's the first gen.
Yeah, that's nice.
But I don't think, is that a Camaro or a Firebird?
It might be a Firebird, actually. I'm looking at the front here. Let me show you this other picture.
Yeah. The front looks elongated like a Firebird. First gen, though.
Croak, correct us. Is it a Firebird?
It's a Fire Chicken, I think. Let me see the front, and I can tell you.
There you go.
No, that's a Camaro.
No, he says a Camaro.
Yeah, that's a Camaro.
And then he's got this.
Let me see the side again.
Okay, hang on.
It's hard to tell the convertible, though, but yeah, let me see the side.
There you go. Looks like
So-
Camaro. What year is that, Croak? Is that a
It's a
67?
67. 67 are the only one with those windows.
Oh, okay. That's what my my stepdad had, a 67 like that, but his was white and blue.
Yeah, that's 67. You see that the little like truck window
Yeah.
on it right there?
Yeah, he says 67 RS 327.
Nice.
And then the other one that he shared, this is the project his dad's working on. Where is it? Here we go. Old truck. Is that a Chevy as well?
Nice.
He's already gotten all the body work done on it, man. That's gonna look
Yeah, that's
sharp.
good.
Shave the handles.
That's a 60s or 70s? 60s?
So 64 C10.
Yeah, there you go. I got a funny story. Let me show this last. This is from Cajun.
Where's
He says
Cajun at?
This is the first truck he bought that he liked. All the other ones are crap.
Hell yeah. With this Louisiana brake tag.
That's
That's
new one.
the Hemi E-Torque. Is that what that says? E-Torque?
Yeah, so it has the electric motor that's on the serpentine belt.
Croak says that truck has a 70-something step-side bed on it.
Mhm.
Bailey asked, that looks great. When's the truck going to be done?
Yeah, it does look awesome.
Never. So 64 C10, my oldest brother is not a car guy at all. He had a mid 60s C10 that he was working on, and he had like the whole inside torn apart, like no handles to open up the doors or anything. And the door shut behind him and he was stuck inside the seat.
That's funny.
And so this was years ago now, but of course, as a brother, regularly, whenever something comes up, I'm like, oh yeah, well, at least I didn't lock myself in my truck.
Right.
Shut up, man. You get so mad.
He didn't have he had the panels off on the inside?
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, why don't you just like grab
Yeah.
the wire with your pliers and like pull the wire? I didn't know I could do that.
Or roll down the window. The handle will go back on if the door skin's there or not.
Here's a Croak's truck. Let me pull this one up.
I don't see what everybody's driving. Dang,
Oh,
dude, we got a lot of Ram fans in here.
Yeah,
That's
I
why
love
you
that
guys are
truck,
so
bro.
cool.
And then this is 076, his Challenger.
Dude, you have so many Mopar fans.
How's that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh,
You
that's a
technic-
pretty blue, too. That's an RT.
He said
I do like that blue.
he spent a year trying to find that color.
Yeah.
And this is what Croak had that he traded for
Is
the
this a
truck.
blind green one? Oh, dude, I love the hood. I like the shaker hood better, but I love the hood. That's the Scat Pack, dude. That's the 392
those-
with the
I like those
Brembo
wheels.
brakes.
Oh, sharp.
Joe, you got to get on Discord, man. There's just car pictures galore.
That's awesome. I like
This
seeing
is the-
everybody's
This
stuff,
is
man.
the car. This is the car he traded for the car we just saw.
Oh, with the TA, you traded the TA. You're crazy, dude.
Apparently,
That's how they
Apparently.
came. They tried to mimic the 70 TA, just like the AAR CUDA, and the 70 TA were so cool, dude. That if I could have two cars from Mopar, that's what I'd do. I'd get a 70 TA, and then I'd get the newer generation TA in the same color, so I could park them, like facing each other and take a cool picture.
That's it? Just to take a picture?
Yeah, dude. Like that's all I do with those cars and take pictures everywhere I went.
Croak said they started the fixing those vehicles in 2014. The Camaro has been since 2009. It's been a long time. I had I have a 71 Oldsmobile Cutlass with the Rocket 350 motor sitting in my garage right now. And I said it's the closest I think I'll get to a Chevelle.
Yeah.
Michael Farther says, my dad has a 65 Dodge Dart GT and just recently got a 69 Chevelle. They are awesome.
Yeah. Cool cars.
Shogun says, everyone here in Detroit has a Scat Pack. Very annoying. No peace and quiet.
Yeah. I just like what they are. I don't like the car scene behind the Dodges right now, but I still appreciate what they are.
Ooh. Now this. Oh, Joe, you're going to get a kick out of this one right here.
Is it a Ford?
No, it's not. It's a Jeep. Check this out.
Yeah. That's my baby.
No. Well, that looks familiar.
Yeah.
That does look
I
awesome,
think
Cody.
I think
I
I've
like
seen that before.
Did you drive that to Joe's retirement?
Yeah, before I got the wheels on it though.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I don't recognize those wheels.
Yeah, wheels are new.
Yeah,
That looks good,
Bailey,
Cody.
Bailey says not Jason has the Elvis impersonator version of a Chevelle. It 100% true.
Now I gotta pull up a picture and send it to Jason so he can post it.
Well, if you
If
put it
you were
in
on
Discord,
Well, I'm not on there right now, so
Croak says, yeah, the car scene with Mopar has trended very urban in the last few years.
no.
Shogun says, I would want the Scat Pack too. Ha. Oh, man. Very awesome. Yeah, so I don't even know what kicked off our car discussion. We talk, if you guys ever look at the description in in
Just
YouTube
disregard the
or,
description.
on Rumble, I say something like, "Hey, we're gonna, like I said, tonight we'll talk about our latest video with the amazing GHTG elastic pouches and the newly released Agilite Warfighter Cummerbund for about 30 seconds. Then off the rails we go." And that is tonight. We went off the rails immediately, and it was Joe. This is probably Joe's favorite live chat ever. Bailey says, "I still see too many Camaros with 48-inch wheels and rubber bands."
Yeah.
And then
It
Shogun,
depends where you live. Do you live in California?
maybe. Shogun, no. Bailey lives in Louisiana, right?
Yeah.
Shogun says, "I had a modded out SRT back in the SRT4 back in the day."
That's the neon, dude.
We were just talking about that early on. Joe was trying to convince me to either buy a Civic Si, and if I couldn't find that, to buy the Dodge Neon SRT4.
Yeah.
Because at the time,
This
I
was
had
back in 2010, everyone, just to let you know.
Yeah, I only had 2 kids, so I could fit my whole family in those.
And his budget was like 20,000 or less.
Yeah. Croak says, "Just to cover the topics, Agilite Cummerbund is great. Grim Hunter Tactical Pouches are great. See you next week."
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, I sent you 3 pictures on Messenger, Jason.
Oh man, I gotta pull up Messenger. Okay, hang on. I'll do this. I'll be as quick as can be.
2 muscle car. Oh, I wanted growing up. 69 Roadrunner and a 70 Challenger. I like them. The 70 Challenger, or I think the 71 with the TA, or the 70 AAR CUDA. I like that one too.
All right, let's see if I can do this. Is that showing?
Look at that, dude. That's super sweet.
I love this picture. That's awesome.
That is a cool ass picture.
My daughter took that picture on track day.
Yeah. And I think there's one more.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Dang.
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 Did your daughter take that one too?
Yep.
Damn, Danielle. Remember that?
There you go.
Yeah. Damn, Daniel.
Off the rails and onto the road. That is tonight's chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
I love that. Shogun Custom. One of our techs has an 11-second SRT4.
Ooh, Jason. Robert First has a comment for you.
Oh, Jason. I got the Devore. Not trying to stop the car talk. I can't buy one right now in my stupid state.
You should have bought it. You knew that law was coming.
I know.
I don't even want to hear it.
I know.
That's piss poor planning on your part.
You are. I'm not denying it. You're absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely correct.
Weren't they even on sale? Didn't you even find a sale or something where they were willing to give you a good deal?
Yeah, I found it for, I forgot how much it was, but it was a good deal. So, in fairness to myself, the dealer, the FFL that I was working with, because the law was coming, he was worried that if he ordered it, the 10-day mandatory 10-day waiting period, or it could be up to a 10-day waiting period, would take me over the date that the law would go into effect. And so there was this potential that if he got the gun in, it would take too long, and then he legally couldn't give it to me. So that we'd be in this weird predicament where I pay for it, the background check is good, but that new law went into effect like 3 days before my background check cleared. Still poor planning on my part, but I did.
What does the law say about bringing them into the state?
So the wording is no importing.
Okay.
But what I would say is what they don't know won't hurt them.
Right. And Idaho will sell you a Tavor.
Probably.
And you can buy a rifle in any state that touches your state.
Joe, I'm working on it. 076 Liberty says, if I get another one, I'm getting a scat pack for sure. I like to have a wide body, but they're hard to find and ridiculously priced.
All of them are right now.
Bailey says, I live in the swamp. I am basically Shrek. Prepper says, yeah. Agilite, yeah. Croak, LOL, my 1320 Challenger was Frostbite Blue, but Joe's Camaro is the real Frostbite.
Yeah, the one in the snow. It got
Yeah.
snowed on. And that wasn't the bad part. Driving down the road that they had just sanded, that was the bad part.
Oh,
Wasn't that while you were in New Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh.
I knew it was going to snow when I took it, and I told my wife, I said, I bought it to drive it. I'm not going to take a truck all the way down there. It's going to snow for one night.
Right.
Where'd you put your luggage?
In the trunk.
It-
The trunk's
Probably.
actually the trunk is actually big, just the opening is tiny. So
Oh,
you
really?
could probably fit like 12 duffel bags, but they have to be a smaller duffel bag.
How many bodies?
Ooh, you got to fold it up.
Yeah.
If you fold it up too,
It's pretty good.
solid too.
That was one thing I think I had told Joe when I got that Oldsmobile downstairs. I opened up the trunk and the old lady that died in that car, it was like bird watching books. Like the whole trunk was just filled with like, apparently she was scared of rain because it was like nothing but ponchos and bird watching books. And so I cleared all this stuff out. So the only thing that's in there is a tire and the jack. And my wife goes, holy cow, this is a huge trunk. And I go, oh, this is easily a 4-body trunk. And she goes, what? And I said, and the shovel. And she goes, what is wrong with you? So many things.
That's
I
what
wasn't-
my
I wasn't
dad
lucky.
did when we bought our deep freeze. So he came up here and he brought a bunch of like stuff from Louisiana. He said,
Yeah.
we need a deep freeze. So we went to the Nebraska Furniture Mart and he kept asking the guy, how many bodies can you put in this? And the guy was like, I'm guessing 2 or 3 maybe. He just kept on going along with it.
That's like Borat when he was talking about driving the vehicle in a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Bailey says they're about to make buying parts illegal too. Already happened. So I
Yep.
can't buy BCGs. I can't buy barrels. Basically anything that could make a lower receiver into an assault rifle.
Why are you still in that state?
I know. You need to move to Nebraska.
Yeah. Golden handcuffs, man. My job.
I'll meet you in Texas.
No.
Maybe I could talk the wife into moving down there. I doubt it though.
That's where my dad's
Michael
going
Farley
to
says, speaking of transportation, my golf cart is at the shop and I'm back to walking all night at work. Boo.
Oh,
You need to get some Heelys.
Yeah.
dude, you need to get a
Get some
Segway, an
rollerblades.
electric skateboard, something.
There you go. Yeah. Don't
yeah,
get
there
the
you
one
go,
wheel.
Joe.
So Joe, remember you were talking about how, was it your commander that had a one wheel and then the battery died on him and it like kicked him off of it?
No, it was part of the general team, but it was lieutenant
Mhm.
colonel.
So my boss was saying that her son had a one wheel and that happened to him. Luckily, when it died, it was like in front of a lawn, so it launched him off into a grassy area.
Oh no, not the colonel. He broke bones. It launched him at 15 miles an hour.
It just
Dang.
stops dry. It doesn't like coast
Nope.
or anything.
Nope.
Yeah, apparently.
It just stops. Nose dives. I hate the one wheel.
They look cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to.
What is this? There's a new. Who posted this?
I'm scared of those things though.
What is this Muttfet? Is this like a Range Rover or something?
Ooh. Yeah,
Is that a Range Rover? Land Rover.
that's one of those
Land Rover.
discoveries, right?
I like the look of that from the side.
I like that paint.
Are they kind of a pain to work
Yes.
on and
Yes. Yes.
parts are expensive and all that stuff?
Yeah, when they first got big again in like the early 2000s, they they depreciated like 50% in the first year of ownership. It was ridiculous, but they've gotten a lot better.
Okay.
I still get
Tactical
a Cherokee SRT though.
Yeah. Tactical Java says no LE exception. No. So there's an exception for the magazine if your agency is purchasing it. So that's the only thing. Like as an individual law enforcement officer, I can't go and buy anything and use that. But if my agency is buying it, then that's okay.
Dude, why are you still in that state?
I don't know. Pepper Book Club says, "Got to be fun in the heat, Farley." And Michael says, "Normally I would run my mountain bike, but it's got a flat and I need to replace the tube."
Michael, I am feeling so bad for you. Like you're the bless your heart kid tonight.
He needs a side by side with the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Get an e-bike. Dude, my daughter, my 5-year-old's, her rear tire went flat. And so I finally got around to repairing it yesterday. And my wife, when I got home today, my wife was like, she probably rode her bike like 3 miles nonstop.
Oh.
She was so happy to have it on.
Aw.
Yeah. And we did a balance bike for her. So she's never had training wheels. She went straight from a balance bike to riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
She took to it better than any of our other kids.
We have those stride bikes, and my girls won't.
Oh yeah.
They want you to push them around. I'm like, no, you're supposed to like run but kind of sit on it. And they were like, push me. I'm like, that's not how this works.
Yeah, that's what we have. We have the stride
So
bike.
which daughter loved the bike?
Audrey.
Audrey?
Yeah.
So when are you going to get her one of the electric dirt bikes from Walmart?
I don't know. Probably never, because we don't have anything that we would take.
Well, I'm going to punch you in your face. What do you mean never? She can go down and come back. They're not that fast. You keep up on your bicycle.
Maybe.
Dude, get that girl an electric dirt bike.
So
Here's
we have 2 of those pink Jeeps,
yeah.
but they have controllers. So you could they can drive off, and if they're not coming back, I can just take the controller and turn them around and bring them back.
Really? The remote control?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Here's Tactical
Dude.
Jawa's truck.
That's
Nice.
a good looking truck.
Yeah.
Shoving
good.
her too low to the ground, but that truck looks good.
Yeah.
It's a GMC, Joe.
It's the same thing, dude.
I thought you were a car guy.
Same difference.
That's your car guy.
Cajun posted on Discord. He said, "Now post boat pics."
Boat pics?
Boat.
Yeah, Kodiak's the only one that has one.
Yeah.
And it's never even gone in the water.
Does Cajun have a airboat? Because I'll be super jealous.
Cajun, if you got an airboat, post it in the Discord.
Or
Hey,
jet
you know
boat.
what?
I'd be
Funny
more jealous
story.
of a jet boat.
Oh,
Funny
man.
story. Other than Louisiana, Nebraska, I think it's like Nebraska and Oklahoma are number 2 and number 3 states in the country that have airboats. It's weird. Like Nebraska's got a ton of airboats up here.
Really? Is there any swamp in Nebraska?
No, they just go up and down the river. Like I can hear them from my house.
No, he doesn't have an airboat.
You have a river that close to your house and you haven't taken your kayak out?
Yeah.
And you say yes with a smile.
Because I know how bad it is.
I hate you.
It's ridiculous.
There's Cajun's boat.
Nice.
Dang.
I also have a
Croak-
bunch of lakes by my house.
Croak in the Discord said, "If I'm never on a boat again, I'll be fine. Marines ruined me."
Well, actually, although you were a Marine, the Navy's the one that ruined you.
Well, they are the Navy.
True.
Yeah.
I thought you were
men's department.
military.
Right? They always like, yeah, we're in the men's department.
Yeah.
I like going wakeboarding, but I'd never own a boat. They're too expensive.
No way. No.
I want one of those Sea-Doo.
Hey, I want to see Michael Farley boat or him
It's truck. There you go.
truck.
Tundra.
Heck yeah.
What do you mean that's nothing, dude? That's a nice little truck, man.
Yep.
Nice truck.
I like it.
I'm
That's
a car
the
guy,
old-
dude.
old
So as
model.
long as it doesn't have a Ford emblem, then I'm probably gonna like it.
That's true.
And even if it doesn't have a Ford emblem, I'll respect your decision to buy the wrong crap.
Joe, I remember there's this. I haven't seen him tonight. Matthew James is normally commenting from Facebook. Maybe if he's listening, if he's lurking, he'll remember this. He had a Chevy Avalanche and he had this remote control on it that you could do anything to it. And he was showing it off one day, and he was like, "I got this remote control, and I could like start it, and I could check the inside air temperature on it, and do all this stuff." And Joe pulls out his Ramatorx remote. And he's like, "Oh, that's cool. I got lock, unlock, and World War III." Joe would clown so many people. Do you remember what was his name? I think his name was Travis, and he had a Ram, but it had those LED lights underneath the bed, and it would go off on blinking. And you were giving him crap about those, and he got so frustrated. He's like, "They were on it when I bought it," and you were like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I would have just taken them off if that was me." Just such an a-hole when it comes to cars.
I am.
I remember, so we were driving. He drove him. I had this Toyota Camry. We get in the car to go to like Walmart or something, and he was like, "Dude, how long has your car sounded like this?" I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, "You can't hear that?" No. He's like, your wheel hubs are like gone. They're done. You need to order some new wheel hubs. We'll change them out in the parking lot. And Joe, do you still have that backpack with all the tools?
Yeah.
He like comes into his room with his backpack, and he lays it out next to the car, and it like unzips and unfolds, and he's got wrenches and ratchets and all these bits. And he's like, I'll do the right side. You watch me, and then I'll watch you do the left side. And we changed the hubs, and then we drove around. I was like, holy cow, this is so quiet.
And then we put them Walmart hubcaps on it.
Yeah, we did. Remember we stopped at the stop sign, and then the hubcap like went rolling on past us, popped off. Good times.
That's the only thing hubcaps are good for.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Leaving you a breadcrumb trail to find your way back home.
Man, we got some good pictures. Another Tundra, dirt bike.
Throw them up, dude. I want to see these.
All right. Okay.
Throw all these up. Let's see everybody whip.
Who was this? This is 076. So here's his old Tundra.
Nice.
And then he's got a dirt bike. I click so many stupid things to share screens here. There's a dirt bike.
Is that a Husky?
I don't know. Honda?
It's a Honda.
Yeah. Looks like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
DR250? That's my guess. I'm guessing. DR250F?
Crook says, that button? That's the button you push to start the Ford. Michael Feather says, I had a Ford Ranger for a little bit. Worst truck I've ever owned.
Really? Those things are tanks.
Croak said that truck, talking about Farley's Tundra, he goes, that truck will still be running after Joe's Camaro and my Ram are dead. Those old Tundras?
No way, dude.
Yeah.
Joe has like royal purple oil change, and he changes it every 2,000 miles. And
I've actually switched from royal purple now. I go Mobile One.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Royal Purple used to be its own company, right? But it got bought out by one of the big manufacturers, and then the manufacturing process kind of changed, and I don't know. You're paying more for a name at that point. So Mobile One is really good oil.
Harry says, what did Joe say about Ford? Where's the down vote button?
Driver returns on foot.
Yeah, so 076 Liberty says, yes, it's a Honda.
250F. I think he's saying 250F.
Okay.
It's a good bike, man. Those are awesome bikes.
Dude, we made it an hour and 20 minutes talking about cars and dirt bikes and boats.
That's impressive.
You're welcome.
This is Dude, I'm legit glad that you made this work because people would have been throwing out car references, and I'd be like, like what happened before? What are you talking about? Like the radio flyer wagon? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know.
Dude, the little red wagon was cool. And then Dodge kind of brought it back without the name because you could get a 2-wheel drive Ram half ton with the Hemi in it, regular cab short bed. So they kind of brought it back just without the name.
So many car and motorcycle pics in Discord.
Dang, I want to see all of them.
076 Liberty. I blew it up. I ran it too hard and it gave up. I ended up giving it away.
Did you? That's how I got my YZ125.
Yeah, didn't you like just do a tune-up and then it worked fine?
No, so the guy's son raced, so he used it at a parts bike for 2 more years. I got it, and the low end and the transmission were still bolted to the frame. Everything else was either in boxes or non-existent.
Oh,
okay.
And between Bikezilla schematics and eBay, I think I put like $700 into it, rode it for like 3 or 4 years, and then sold it for $800.
Nice.
Yeah, you should have seen my wife the first time I went to start it. Like, I pulled all the family outside. I'm like, "I'm gonna start it." She's like, "Is it safe to be standing here?" I'm like, "Thanks for the vote of confidence, woman." Because she was serious when she said it. It wasn't a joke.
We got in that accident recently, and I told my daughter, I was like, "Call your mom, let her know we're okay." And my wife told my daughter, like, "Okay, and was it your fault?" And I go, "No, it was the other person's fault." And my daughter goes, "Wow, Mom, thanks for the vote of confidence." Like teenage drama. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, guys. We need to close up shop tonight. Any last words before we close this out?
So I got the new Springfield Armory magazine in the mail. It's free.
Mm-hmm.
Don't judge me. And they have a whole article about torture testing the Prodigy. So I kind of want to buy the same ammunition and then count the number of malfunctions after 150. But they supposedly put 10,000 rounds through it. But that's what I want to do sometime in the future.
10,000 rounds. Holy crap.
Yeah, supposedly.
I'm sure. Well, what ammo were you using?
I don't remember.
Croak said to show you this convertible because it has the shaker.
I hate convertible, but I love the shaker hood. Yeah, the shaker hood. The air cleaner mounted directly on top of the hood. Oh, see, dude. Zoom in on the hood.
I'm trying.
So that air intake and filter and everything is mounted directly on top of the engine. So when you start the car, you know the engine has a vibration to it.
Yeah.
So that whole black piece just sits there and shakes. And in the 70, they shook a lot.
Croak said that they recently sold this car for $110,000.
Yeah, people are buying that crap. I can't believe people are buying that crap.
Cajun said that's about 120,000 too much.
See, the scat packs look good. I wanted the blue hardtop.
Croak says worst conversion ever though.
What's the worst conversion?
That car that that just showed you. So going back to the Prodigy, what ammo were you using?
I don't remember, but I've never had a problem with any of the other ammo.
Because I was thinking we might be able to get you
S&B?
some. Oh, okay, I was gonna say we might be able to get you some of the AAC 9mm ammo.
No, I want to use what they used in the magazine, so then nobody has a complaint.
Yeah,
but ammo's expensive, yo.
Yeah, still. Bailey says the last word is the Prodigy is bad.
Yeah.
A new Prodigy.
But it's still my favorite gun.
Doubt. Well, that's cool to hear, though. So hopefully you can replicate it and you don't have any more malfunctions on that thing.
Oh, I'm gonna have a good gun. Yeah,
Safe.
but then I'm gonna send Springfield the link.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All
that's
right.
what I have coming up. That might get done this summer sometime.
Okay. Cody, any comments?
Nope.
All right,
I'm a
guys.
Jeep guy, so I was kind of lost tonight.
I'm a whatever is affordable guy, so I was definitely lost tonight. I almost said before I could think of my grandmother's truck, I loved my 2005 Toyota Sienna more than my 2017 Dodge Caravan. I hate that Caravan. Now it has this stupid, if the rear window's rolled all the way up, it just does this constant squeaking. So I watched a video on it. And this guy's like, you got to roll the window down. You take some silicone, like WD-40, the silicone lubricant, and you spray it down the track. You just dump WD-40 in it, and that'll do it. It's worse now.
Well, I mean, I would try to defend Dodge, but I'll never defend a minivan. I mean, Dodge makes cool cars, the trucks, not minivans, dude.
My wife and I agreed to never own a minivan.
That's good.
It's so convenient, though.
It is. And if I was to buy one, it would be a Chrysler Pacifica just because I like their commercials.
I can't remember.
So I would do a Toyota or a Honda. If I had to do it all over again.
Honda, probably.
Yeah.
Like
Croak says, pop the door cards, grease the tracks.
That's what I was going to say. Well, like,
oh, so here you go. Croak said
lubricant.
that car, the Shaker, it started as a hardtop, sent to a Dodge-approved upfitter for the convertible chop. Rattle can paint to cover exposed bits. Shitty welds, gonna leak and rattle. Oof.
That's crazy. And Sony paid
For
$110 for it.
Golly. What a nightmare.
All right.
So a lot of the videos upcoming are going to be mine. We have dangler pouches this week, the Faro Concept Mini Dangler and the Dangler. And then next week, I don't remember, and the week after that, it's going to be another red dot. Next Thursday, we are going to have Lev from Agilite on. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that because I'll be TDY and probably having dinner with my dad that night. So
nice.
I'm, as much as I love Lev, I haven't seen my dad in like a year, so I'm taking that over you guys. But I love you. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us, spending an hour and a half talking about cars. Like I said, this
real quick, do we have a discount code from them for our viewers?
Agilite?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, so that's my topic of conversation next week.
There you go.
Don't worry, I got you all.
I will say Lev is like a designer. I don't know what he has on the business side of things. I don't
know, but he got to know the people that does make those.
Yeah, that's true.
Calls.
Cool. All right, guys. Hey, we appreciate you. And as always, we will see you next Thursday. Adios.
Deuces.